Hello YouTube, this is Fan of JD37, and today I'm going to be showing you a behind the scenes video on how I made the episode George Rides Again. So, as you can clearly see, this is my whole room, and I build these. And you can actually sit in them, but I'm not giving information. Just so you know. So, these are the models. This one is Ivor. I know it's not a good model, but what can you expect out of inventors? And this is Mr. Jones, or Jones the Steam, that is. I love Ivor the engine. So, now to get him inside, you just place him through the bunker into the cab, and there isn't any details inside, and the connecting rod, like this, is a thumbtack, and I separated it and hot glued it to a small wheel that is not movable, and I cut down the rods to size and hot glued the pieces together. It was pretty hard to do that. And there's the lantern, and I didn't add any details because I don't have a Sharpie. All my other Sharpies have worn out. So, let's get on with the models. This is my custom Croven the tank engine, obviously. And I originally named him Winston. And he was painted silver. I was originally going to paint him into Timothy, but I just decided not to. But I didn't have any paint left, so I just left them. And there was originally supposed to be a movie. It was 15 minutes long, and it was called, I'm trying to remember what it was called. The Adventure Will Begin, the movie. But I accidentally deleted it because non-specific reasons. And these are Croven's friends. Mallard. He was originally Emily, and I had to change her gender to a male, just because. And the number 2 is kind of a reference to Stanley, and we'll get to him later. And he has a white roof. I know it's not good. And don't ask why I didn't make the eyes. It was just, yeah. And so now we're getting on to Croven's friend, Stanley. Now, he was based on Five Nights at Smudgers. And I kind of like that game, but now I don't. So, this was originally supposed to be a number, but I painted horribly. And this was meant to be where the nameplate is. And don't ask why I didn't add a face. And he has a gold dome, a gold roof. And also, don't ask why he doesn't have a bunker or a coal tender. He's a tank engine. And I thought to myself, he looks just like Stanley, so I just decided to paint him. And these all are the background characters, or the characters who are not the main characters. This is, and they mostly stay in the shed. This is Casey Jr. He used to be named Trojan after a Custom Trackmasters video by a YouTuber named Custom Trackmasters. This is 16. He isn't used in most of my videos. And this is Penn from, I'm trying to remember, I think it was called Model Railroad. Oh yeah, Modern Railroad. And the Modern Railroad was, I decided to name Penn after the 2 videos, like the 2 episodes. It's a shame that Big Engines 87 didn't make any more. And this was originally supposed to be a Thomas and the Magic Railroad Thomas, but I didn't really like Thomas that much. I wanted to create my own characters. He was originally named Puffer, but I thought I name every character Puffer, and plus, he's just, that would just sound weird. And plus, Puffer's name has already been used in Tugs, and this is a James. I got him from a friend of mine, and don't ask why he's black. I just decided to stick with him. And this is Diesel D1. It's D199. Don't ask why I didn't add any decals. And also don't ask why his wheels have dark red lining. I just wanted to. So, and we're moving on to the extremely not used characters. This used to be in an episode from the Railway series of mine. He was originally named City of Truro, but I just had to change him to a background character or a cameo. And this is Markland, Northwestern Railway number 0. And this is not a reference to Timothy, and he has a smudged face because he's been working a lot, and he was originally Duck, but I don't like Duck. He's annoying. And this is Mike. Don't ask why he's on standard gauge tracks. I just said in my first ever episode, I said he was transferred to he was turned into a standard gauge engine. And this is another background character. He's called Wilbur. He was originally Wilbur, but the number was blocking it. So, and it's the number 60, and I just left the number there at the bottom. So, and this is another character from Modern Railroad. Rocky, BNSF number 3001. Look at the smirk. It's kind of creepy. Well, to me. And, there it is. This is going to be a generator, maybe in an upcoming episode. But enough of that. And these are the rolling stock. I got these 3 from a paintable engine set. It didn't come with tracks. It just came with this engine, the 3 rolling stocks, a brake fan, the van, and a truck. I decided to just leave this as a troublesome truck, and this another troublesome truck. Don't ask why the face is on. Why I painted the face on backwards. I just wanted to paint the face backwards. And these are the coaches. Don't ask why Annie's not there, and don't ask why there's a brake fan. And this is the spiteful brake fan. I used a sticker James's face, and I cut it into a square, and then I just stuck it on, and I painted spiteful brake fan gray. So enough of this, and let's get on with the track sets. It took me a while to think of what the set was going to be. So just a minute. There we go. Now, sorry about that. So, this tunnel is actually an aluminum foil tunnel, and this was meant to be here so that way no one could see what's on the other side of the tracks. So, but actually, it's actually literally just a loop. I'm not kidding. I just built it like a loop. I just thought, how could I make the trains come back without, having them turn around or anything? And this is the bridge. Don't ask why there are 2 bridges. I just thought it would be a great idea. And this is where the mainline engines sleep, which is only 1 engine. This is Henry. I also got this from a friend of mine. So, and these are the old tracks that have never been used. And let's get on with the one and only George the Steamroller. Let's give a round of applause for George the Steamroller. So, And this is my studio where I made the the Crove and the Engine clip, and the intro. So here's what's special about George. He's literally just a tractor with a steamroller on the front. I think I got it from somewhere, and I didn't leave this in an oven. And now here's what's special about George. I can take off the face, and oh no, he's faceless. And this is George's face, and behind him, don't ask why you can't see the mouth in the episode. It was just hidden, and and the whiteness of the eyes is just literally boxboard. I just cut a circle, made sure it matched, and made sure it looked like an eye or something. Sorry, my hand's so close to the camera. So I use black clay because that's the only thing I have. So I just put the face on, and I have to be extra careful because, again, I did not heat this up. So, and this was not added in the episode. This is just going to be something like a trunk or something. But, at the beginning of the episode, he's a wind-up toy. And so, he originally had candy in here, but, yeah. And the eyes can move because they're just, again, clay that hasn't been heated up. And how I made him hit the bridge, I had my finger, I zoomed in so that way my finger wasn't in the shot, but it kind of was, and so I just pushed the supports. But when the crash scene was, the train accidentally went over the bridge and crashed, so I had to delete the part where it made that crashing sound, and I had to rebuild the supports back where it was, but it's not good. So and also, if you see that diesel in the background, then yeah. So that's the behind the scenes video of how I make my videos. So, video's over. Go away.